Good evening, boys. I have incredible news. I couldn't get Doom working quite the way I wanted it to work on this MacBook, simply because I don't want to launch that app. I am way too based and used to Linux. I mean, look at it. I am using Manjaro here on my beautiful machine, and Doom is too based to play it on non-chair macOS. So what to do? Well, I have just a solution. Play it via remote stuff thing. This is basically based remote gaming. I'll let you know. This is the fucking coolest thing I've done with this computer. Now, I'm not gonna use SSH X11 tunneling because it is kind of slower. But whatever. By the way, I'm hooked up via Ethernet, but it works just okay on Wi-Fi. It's just that video gets a little bit choppier. But anyway, I'm gonna launch my terminal. Now, to do this, I use iTerm, but you can totally use the built-in macOS terminal app. But one thing you absolutely have to have is an X11 server. Now, the only server I know that you can run on macOS, this is macOS Catalina, right here. Wait for it to load up. Yeah, and the only one I sort of knew it would work is Xquartz. The latest version is from 2016, but it works just as well in Catalina, so yeah. Now, I have launched Xquartz, but you can't just go ahead and do it like this. You have to allow connections from network clients, and I think authenticate connections. It is just a little bit better to have that on. And with that on, you need to obviously keep Xquartz running. And then I ran xhost plus, and then my machine's hostname. In this case, it's x66. Right now, it's not able to do that because I haven't exported that display variable. But if I do, it'll just say x66 being added to access control list. This way, if you do like networked X11 through modifying the display variable, it'll allow your machine to connect and show things on your screen. And you might say, well, that's cool and all, but X11 does not do audio. Well, I have just the solution. Yeah, I am looking at you non-based user, fuck you, because I know you're gonna say, well, you can use ALSA on something other than macOS because it's, well, not Linux. So you may use Pulse Audio, which is shit. And it is not shit. Fuck you. Now, I'm not gonna SSH into x66 in this window. I'm just going to run Pulse Audio. I installed it through Homebrew, so it was really easy. Just brew install Pulse Audio. I do everything by source because this is not a supported computer and it usually borks shit up if I don't build by source because it's doing weird things. Anyway, now we have Pulse Audio working. Shit. I don't know why it terminated, but whatever. Oh yeah, because it's idle. But anyway, now that we have Pulse Audio working, I can SSH into my server. Again, there are no flags at all. And now I'm gonna export display equals, and then oh, it didn't set the caps lock. Oh wait, I don't need it to export shit. I can just do this command. Now this is because I have my iWatts on another folder, but you probably don't need to specify as many options. No. There you go. You can hear the sound. I am not using MIDI because my Timidity++ installation is broken on my server, but you can already see the game is running pretty damn well. Really well. And, this is Doom 2, as you always, seen it, and, you can use the mouse. The mousepad is shit, and I have really low sensitivity, but otherwise, it works. And pretty damn well, if I have to be honest. Here, we're using no fancy, remote connection software that is not free and open source. Everything right now, well, not quite, because I don't know if X-Quartz, oh god, no, sorry about that. I don't know if X-Quartz is free and open source software, but whatever. It's no Steam sharing thing, or NVIDIA Moonlight, or Parsec, or any of that shit. This is the pure, most based way to play graphical remote games. And I love it. I really love it. Now, there's another thing that I could do, but I'm not gonna spoil it. This, if I can get it to work, is gonna be for another video. Oh, and by the way, you have to use something that does not use OpenGL, because it doesn't really work through X11 redirection, but it shouldn't be too much of a pain. I mean, as long as you don't look up and down, the software render is just fine for plain Doom and simple maps, which is what I love to play. So, perfect!